Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone. Today we continue our lessons in Unit 2. Today's lesson is 2.3 Mosquitoes and Malaria. Use the modal verbs to talk about mosquitoes and malarias. So, you all know mosquitoes are dangerous to our bodies because they can give us illness, they can give us malaria. And in activity 2, we will listen to Nala talking about these mosquitoes. So let us listen together and find out why are mosquitoes the most dangerous insects for humans on the planet.
Track 9.
Did you know that there are more than 3,500 types of mosquito? They can live in most environments, apart from extremely cold places. They prefer warm, wet weather and are common in hot tropical areas, such as the Americas, Asia, and Africa. They live near water where the females can lay their eggs. They like eating nectar from fruit and plants, but only the females bite humans. Females live longer, for 2 weeks to a month, but males only live for a week. A mosquito bite is sometimes just uncomfortable, but they can be extremely dangerous because they can cause malaria, which infects 300 to 500 million people every year. This is why you need to be careful when you visit these countries. You should always use mosquito nets, and you must use a special cream called insect repellent to protect yourself from their bite.
Okay, so let's continue. What we found out in Nala talking about mosquitoes is that mosquitoes are dangerous because they can cause malaria, which is a type of illness that affects us after mosquitoes bite or suck our blood. Activity 3, we will listen again to the same audio and we will match these words to the mosquito fact file. So this is the file. We have many facts here and a list of words: diet, lifespan, curious fact, habitat, climate, mosquito dangers. So we will fill the list with the words we have in this bucket. So, for example, more than 3,500. This fact is related to number of species or diet or lifespan. So the first one is already solved for us, number of species. Number 2, they usually live near water, such as ponds, lakes, and puddles of rainwater, where the females lay their eggs. So we can understand from this fact or text that it talks about their home or where they live. And to find the suitable word, let's look at the list: diet, lifespan, curious fact, habitat, climate, mosquito dangers. So the most related word is habitat, which refers to the place or origin uh, of these insects where they live. You can do the rest while we move to number 4, pronunciation. Pronunciation. So we will listen and repeat the words together. So let's start listening.
Track 10. Mosquitoes.
Mosquitos. Mosquitos.
Repellent.
Repellent. Repellent.
Malaria.
Malaria.
Environment.
Environment. So these are 4 words that you can practice pronunciation. Activity 5 is a simple one. We just need to match the pictures with the correct sentence or word. So A, burn mosquito coils. B, sleep under mosquito nets, use insect repellent, clean your local environment. So look at the pictures. The first picture is what? Is it burn mosquito coils? No. Sleep under mosquito nets? No. Use insect repellent? Maybe. Clean up your local environment. So the most related word or sentence is C. Use insect repellent. This is the repellent. A. Burn mosquito coils. Look at the second pictures and find the correct sentence. Burn mosquito coils, sleep under mosquito nets, clean your local environment. So we can see that the most related word or sentence is mosquito coils. Burn mosquito coils. So 1 is C and 2 is A. Number 3, we can see in the picture sleeping under mosquito nets. And the final one is clean up your environment, because we said that mosquitoes live near water, ponds, lakes, puddles, and also what we can see in the environment. We need to clean up your local environment. This is how we can protect ourselves from mosquitoes. Moving to the grammar part, use of English modal verbs. So if you remember, in the last lesson, we talked about types of modal verbs like should, must, can, can't, shall, may, and the other types of modal verbs. But now we can use them as to give advice or to talk about obligation. So if you want to advise, you can always use should. Okay? If you want to talk about an obligation, you say you must. And we have examples here. You should always use mosquito nets. It's an advice to protect yourself from mosquitoes when you sleep. You must use an insect repellent. So this is an obligation. Speaking tip, make notes. Make short notes to help you when you are giving a presentation. Don't read your text word for word. Practice and look at your classmates when you are speaking. So when you have a presentation or you want to give a statement, maybe in school radio or inside the class, do not write everything in your paper. Don't read out of your papers. Take only short notes. Okay. For example, if you want to talk about your trip to a city, write maybe restaurant, write the road, mountain, few words that give you um, a way to talk about the subject without reading from the paper. So that's the tip we have in this page. Activity 6, look at the use of English box and use models to talk about how to protect yourself from mosquito bites. So you can use these modal verbs like should and must and come up with a sentence or ways to protect yourself from mosquito bites. For example, you should clean your environment if you don't want mosquitoes to spread or to bite you. Activity 7, in pairs, prepare a presentation about bees. Find information online or in your library and make notes under these headings. So, number, species, habitat, diet. So the same as activity number 3. It's the same, but instead of talking about mosquitoes, talk about bees. Numbers, habitats, diets, climate, dangers, lifespan, case facts. So this is an interesting activity for you. You can prepare it while we move to activity 8. Draw pictures of bees or find photos on the internet. Take turns to present your information. So this is a drawing activity. You can draw bee. You can draw pictures of bees and or also find photos on the internet and display those pictures inside the class. Activity 9. Find out about and give advice on how to avoid bee stings. Use modal verbs in your presentations. So we will use the same as we used previously. You must use an insect repellent for mosquitoes. How about bees? How can we protect ourselves from bee stings? You should stand still if a bee is buzzing around you. This is an example for the use of the model. So that is it for today's lesson. I hope that I have covered everything, and if there's anything you don't understand, ask me within the time class. That's it for today. Thank you and see you later.